بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum. We are on chapter number 14 of secondary chemistry, that is macromolecules, and our today's topic is biopolymers. Bio always means something about living things. So here we are also discussing some main features of polymers that exist inside the living things. Polymers means macromolecules or large molecules. Macro or large molecules. They are the compounds of carbon and they are present inside the living things. So most of the compounds of living things are made up of carbon skeleton and they are large as well. So we say that they are macromolecules and they are biopolymers. There are four major classifications or types of biopolymers that exist inside the living things. Number one is proteins. Second is carbohydrates. Then you can see nucleic acid. And on fourth number you can see lipids. In today's topic we are going to cover carbohydrates. As the name is indicating, hydrate of carbon. Hydrate is a molecule of water or compound in which water is present. Hydrate of carbon. So we can write it as carbon along with water molecule. Number of carbon atom and number of water molecules depends and it varies. So it's a general formula for a carbohydrate. There are three types of carbohydrates, which are number one is monosaccharides, number two is disaccharides, or you can say oligosaccharides, and number three is polysaccharides. Saccharide is a general term used for the carbohydrates. So monosaccharides, di or oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides are three types of saccharides, or you can see carbohydrates present inside the living things. Let's talk about monosaccharides. So what are monosaccharides? They are called as simple sugars. Simple sugars mean that they cannot be further hydrolyzed. They cannot be further broken down into further simplified form. So they are already simple sugars. It also means they cannot be hydrolyzed. What does the term hydrolyzed mean? Hydro mean water and lyse mean breakdown. It means some compounds upon adding water get breakdown into simple form, but they cannot be hydrolyzed. It means on adding water they cannot be broken down into further simplified form, because in point number 1 we have said they are simple sugar. As they are already simple, so they cannot be converted into further simple form. Third classification or third point you can say about monosaccharide is they are aldose or ketose sugar. Aldose mean those sugars which contain aldehyde group, and ketose mean those sugars which contain ketonic group. Let me remind you what was aldehyde group. Aldehyde was something which contained carbonyl attached with hydrogen. So these compounds contain aldehyde as a functional group in their whole structure. And ketone was something which contain carbonyl along with two carbons on its side. So ketonic sugars contain ketonic group in their whole structure, and aldose sugar contain aldehydic group in their structure. Common examples include glyceraldehyde, fructose, and glucose. As their structure contain carbon 6 or carbon 5, so they are also called as hexose or pentose, depending upon the number of carbon atoms present in their structure. Mostly they contain 6 or 5 carbons, and their structures are not stable as open structure, but they are stable as cyclic structure. So we can write as cyclic structures in these monosaccharide is more stable as compared to their open structures. Let's compare glucose and fructose. Glucose has some common names. It is also called as dextrose. Sometimes it may be called as grape sugar or blood sugar. Due to its existence in blood plus urine as well. In human body, to some extent it is present in urine and blood. It is an isomer. Both are isomers of each other. Isomers mean both have same molecular formula but different structural formula. Their molecular formula is C6H12O6 in case of fructose as well as in case of glucose. But both are having different structures. So they are called as isomers. It is aldose, mean contain aldehyde, and it is ketose, mean it will contain ketonic group. Let's discuss their structure. So here is the structure of glucose. As you can see, there are 6 carbons and it contains aldehydic group, and it also contains many hydroxy. So we can also write it as polyhydroxyaldose. It is the open structure or open structural formula for glucose. But as we have discussed that this cyclic structure is more stable, so let's see how it forms its cyclic structure to get stability. First of all, these 6 carbons arrange themselves in this form: carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then there is formation of bond between this carbon, oxygen and this carbon, and then this structure forms this structure. There is a bond formed between this carbon and oxygen. So this becomes cyclic structure of 6 element. So it is more stable as compared to its open structure. Now we will see structure of fructose, open as well as closed structure. This is the open structure for fructose. It contains 6 carbon and a ketonic group. As I have discussed earlier, the ketonic group is a group in which carbonyl is attached on both sides with the carbon atoms. It will form 5 carbon structure, 5 corner structure, which is made up of 6 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 carbon, but its structure is 5 cornered. So this was the comparison between fructose and glucose. This is the structure for glucose. Both comes under the category of monosaccharide. So in today's topic we have discussed the biopolymers, carbohydrates. There are 3 types. First one is monosaccharides. In case of monosaccharides, we have discussed aldose and ketonic sugar. Aldose example includes glucose and ketonic example include the fructose. I hope so today's topic is clear to all of you. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Keep watching and keep learning. Allah Hafiz.